Hi, my name is Cameron Carlson with AnimeOnLocation.tv. I'm here at Ohayocon 2019 with my good pal, Mr. Mike McFarland.
Woohoo! How's it going?
All right, after last night, how are you feeling?
I'm all right.
It was, again, last night was the roast of Mr. Aaron Dismuke. We were both there. It was a wonderful time, wasn't it?
It was a good time. It's nice to pick on the boy.
And also car crashes.
Well, he does them. Those are of his own accord. 4 huge crashes between the ages of 15 and 21.
Alrighty, so kind of going along with that, it's been a while since we've seen each other's MedSurg Con 2016. How's it been the last 2 years? 3 years, actually.
Yeah, it's the usual lame answer, which is busy, tired, working all the time, that kind of stuff, traveling. But I mean, it's nonstop, and I'm very fortunate that that's the case. So.
And again, I've always loved your work whenever it comes out. And going into that, again, a new Dragon Ball movie's coming out, Dragon Ball Super Broly. What's it like kind of going back and revisiting that character after, about 10 years, give or take, between the two movies?
Yeah, it's been a hot minute, or hot years. I'm sure the fans will dig it. I haven't got to see very much of it. I don't think that old Master Roshi makes an appearance in the movie. So I'll see it the same way that all of you guys will see it, finished product.
Well, again, we always love it, even if Roshi makes one small appearance, right?
Yeah, and if he's there, he's probably just in the background, which they don't even need to record. So I'll be, there I am.
Alrighty, now you've been in the industry now for a good amount of time, being a director and an actor. Now there are some actors and directors now that were fans of yours that are now directing you and working with you. What's it kind of that feeling like? Like they were fans of yours that are now directing you.
I mean, it's fine. I think for the most part, anyone that has entered the industry from a fandom perspective, the kind of wears off after a brief amount of time, and then it's like they got to do a job and they got to do a gig. So they treat me as they would any other actor.
I mean, that's awesome to hear that those that have come in from the fandom that are also professional are treating everybody just as a professional. Yeah. Since last time we got to talk, we didn't get the chance to talk about Mob Psycho 100, which is now getting a second season that's now airing. What's it like working on that crazy project?
I love that show so very much. I'm fortunate enough to work on that show and One Punch Man, which is the same mangaka. And I know that, I think the overall view is like everyone loves One Punch Man, and I do too, but I love Mob Psycho. I think that's my fave between the two. I think it's such a fun show, and I love the stylized artwork, and I love the characters. They're both great shows, but yeah, I lean towards Mob Psycho.
That's awesome, because I have not seen any of it, so I need to. One other side that has not been really mentioned of you is that you're actually an improv comedian. Where did that develop, and how have you kept that style and performance going?
I studied improv at various points of my life, for real. Like I'll study it for a while and then go many years without doing it, et cetera, and then go back to it again. I was lucky enough and fortunate enough to study with Del Close before he passed away. He's one of the founders of Second City.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh. Wow. I was fortunate enough to study with Wayne Brady and do song improv with him.
Really?
Yeah. Either through long extended classes or workshops. Yeah. Sometimes it's just like an afternoon. Sometimes it's like an 8-week thing. I worked with folks who are former presidents of the Groundlings and things like that. And I've had a lot of extensive training with it, along with my theater background. I had a comedy troupe in the Dallas-Fort Worth area called Section 8, and we performed actively for maybe 12, 14 years. We're not so active anymore, just a show every so often. But that sort of spontaneity has definitely helped me out in the voice acting world of coming up with character voices, coming up with things on the spot, being able to live in the moment, that sort of thing.
Actually, that's really cool to hear. Like the fact that you were able to train and learn from all those well-accomplished improv comedians. Honestly, that's awesome. Now, going back to your talent as a director, what differences do you take into account when directing a movie such as Boeing the Beast, as to say working on a series?
When you're working on a film, you do have an encapsulated beginning, middle, and end, and that is an easier process to get through. As far as setting everyone's brain for that, like the actors, the engineers, everyone who's involved with it. We have different tones that we have to meet. We don't have to worry about what's going to happen with the next time. We don't have to worry about if there is a sequel, it's going to be, down the line, and it's going to be its own project. Films, I believe everyone comes together with the mindset of it is a project, we have to do our best, and we have this window of time. We always do our best in everything that we work on. I just feel like films, the light at the end of the tunnel is a closer thing. It's a more accomplished thing to wrap an entire project in this time frame versus an ongoing series.
Yeah, because I've always loved all your films that you've worked on, especially the director from Boeing the Beast, and he has another project coming up, right?
Hosoda, yes, he does. I think some California folks were fortunate enough to work on it this go round, but I worked on 3 of Hosoda's films. Yes.
Thank you so much. I've loved all 3 of them.
I love them too. Yeah. They're such good movies.
So as we all well know, there's been you had a hand in the Evangelion films and series back when Funimation had the license. What are you looking forward to with Netflix potentially working on a newer version of it?
It looks like from the trailers and stuff that I've seen that they were able to, and this is just me guessing, that they were able to get some get a hold of the masters, the film masters, and they've made HD looking quality product out of it. I have no idea if that's true or not. That's what it looks like when they've streamed, like we have Evangelion coming. So I would love to see mid-90s Neon Genesis Evangelion in HD, if that's the case, if that is what's happening.
Especially the last 2 episodes where it's just tripping all the time.
Yeah, and I have no idea, like, if, is it the director's cut of the episodes? Is it the original cut of the episodes? I have no idea. We'll find out together. I know that as this particular moment, I'm not working on it. I haven't been asked to. I haven't been I think it's going to be an entirely different crew of people. I'm just guessing. All I can guess from it is from the standpoint of, like, I don't know myself because I'm not involved.
I'd love to see if you could.
Yeah, I would love to be involved as well.
Alrighty, so just a quick one. Where can we keep up with you online?
Let's see, on Twitter, which is where I'm most active, it's Mike McFarland VA. And Instagram, it's also Mike McFarland VA. I'm trying to be better about using my Instagram. On Facebook, you can just do a search for my name. I think it's like Fans of Mike McFarland or something of that nature. But I believe there's only one, so yeah.
Alrighty, and any upcoming projects and a final message for the fans that are watching?
Upcoming projects. I will just say a recently wrapped project that I really liked working on was Double Decker. It's a show that takes place in the Tiger and Bunny universe. That's a lot of fun, and I was so happy to work on it. And I think the last episode might be airing next week. So, and outside of that, as far as the fans and stuff like that, I love you guys so much. Thanks so much for your support, and I'll continue to try to do my best on everything I work on.
Again, Mike, I appreciate it, my friend. Thank you so much for coming out and hanging out with me. Thank you so much.
No worries, man. Thank you.